Hi guys, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions. It's kind of odd to be doing a video on 12.0. I've kind of avoided the subject of doing anything to do with 12.0 and onwards after the kind of very odd roller coaster 7 days that has been our times in Marvel Contest of Champions. So to give you an idea, stuff happened. We then reacted to it in a way that we then tried to make positive change. As a result, became quite... It brought a very negative culture along with it. I tried to call for positivity around it. I was then shut down, and then I had to kind of put my foot down and say that, look, I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive about something that is essentially a de-stress. You know, gaming is a de-stress. Interacting with you guys is a de-stress, and trying to kind of focus on something more positive. And that's when I said to myself, right, well, I'm not going to cover any of these updates in Marvel Contest of Champions. And Kabam have been very good to kind of, don't get me wrong, right? They aren't brilliant. They aren't amazing. The game in any kind of sense is definitely reminiscent of a kind of a very small company, a very kind of juvenile company that have only been taking this game for 2 years. And there's been a lot of mistakes in 2 and a bit years. But they've evolved, they've also de-evolved, they've also not done very well with their PR, and as a result, obviously, this is where we come to our case of affairs, where listening to people is so important, and also the way that the game is shaped around what people's ideas about fun and enjoyment is vitally important. So, without further ado, and without me prattling on like an old person trying to explain the subject at hand, let's just have a look at what we've got, because these are gifts to us to say effectively sorry. So let's start off at the top. So claim your free gifts. Now, if you were being snippy, right, and this is just being... And now this is good in some ways. They've chosen a premium item, and it is a premium item, in the shape and form of the 3-star Hulk. Now, when you were buying the 3-star Hulk, you were buying it to give to charity. So basically, instead of and there's a lot of kind of like hidden meanings in it. Like, you could say that, right, well, when we bought the 3-star Hulk, it was for charity. Obviously, we are now the charity case based on the situation. So these are fantastic and helpful items. The contest seems to have changed. And yeah, disruption. We're out of the disruption, which is vitally important. I will be thoroughly testing through the champions to see that things have changed. I did have a quick go with Scarlet Witch in a Realm of Legends well, I did try with a crit chance team, and let me tell you, there's no point really with that. There's still that element, but certain amounts of your favorite champions are not being hit. I mean, I didn't really get a regeneration from my from any time. I was very rarely hitting a crit, so I was very rarely getting anything, which is maybe... And I was getting a phantom punch. What do I mean by the phantom punch? Now, I don't know if anybody else has had this, where you throw up, you kind of like, you swipe forward as if you're kind of doing a running attack, like you may be doing an intercept or something, and you don't land the punch. Instead of you kind of going like dashing forward, you end up just throwing a normal strike. Like it's like understanding a swipe to a kind of a tap, a swipe and tap. It's like it doesn't understand. It usually happens to me, and I have to reboot my game. So if that does happen to anybody once, reboot your game, because then it should stop then. But we get 1 tier 4 class catalyst, which will open in a moment, and 1 tier 4 basic catalyst. Yeah, thank you very much. That's helpful. Yeah, I think it's an ongoing thing, and it needs to be like ongoing. You know, we need to try and get a good communication line between one another. It's nice to see. I've seen a few YouTubers' videos where they seem to be under the same understanding as me now. Like with regards to the boycott, it was great. It was fantastic, but there was a lot of negativity. And like I said, I had to throw myself under the bus and say, look, there's a lot of negativity. We need to be a little bit more positive about the situation, if we can be. So, what's here? 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Oh my god. What if we get a 5-star Mystic? Oh, that would be the... please. Please. Obviously, we get the D ranks. I've got to be honest, since all this kind of stuff and the negativity, I've not done any of the the roster reboot that I wanted to. I really wanted to get it done, but you know, when everything is just like negative, I thought, well, I'll focus on something positive and I'll do something like crystal openings and Marvel Insider, and really, but kind of like get back to doing my content again. Live streaming. Now, if you watched my test live stream on Friday, it's going out Friday, so midday today, you would know that I am working hard to try and make sure that works, and that will probably happen next week. So 5-star signature stones, 15, 34, nice. 3-star signature, nice. A winged crystal, nice. And then revise. Now I've seen Seaton get a 4-star Dormammu, you know, and props, you know, well done. Do I think that I'm going to get that? No. So if you've not seen the patch notes, I strongly suggest you go and give them a read, because it does make for interesting stuff. And obviously improving block proficiency, which does seem to be a little bit better. I've kind of experimented a little bit better. Parrying seems to be a lot better as well. When I was experimenting as well with a few things prior to this update, it didn't seem that bad, but I can see where people would find it bad. However, though, I think that, as we know, moving forward, correct communication of what's actually the matter with the game. Remove critical resistance, yep. Block penetration, yep. Armor penetration, yep. That's got to go. That's just not helpful. Champion tuning changes, yeah. It's that challenger rating stuff that seems to be a bit of a bone of contention. Like how, because you're level, like it's saying, oh, because you're level 60, that implies you're good. Because you completed these end game things, it implies that maybe you're good. But the thing is, the fact of the matter is, I wouldn't say that I'm the best player in the world, but using ways to go around certain things, like, you know, crit chance team with Scarlet Witch may be a good idea to do. So I'm kind of like, I'm now, and I've got to be honest, I've got to now train myself to be less of a lazy player. And I've been doing that. As soon as I've completed a lot of this end game stuff, I'm like, well, how can I improve myself? And I think that's now the stage I'm coming at, where I can play better. I'm playing better as a result of challenging myself to be better. I can't find it now for some reason. I might have deleted it. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty certain it said something about Gold Realms coming back. But I'm just having a look at my messages and I can't find it. So I must have deleted the message. I hope that's not a mistake. But anyway, well, it's a mistake on my part if I have deleted it. But Gold Realms, if they are indeed back, then that's great. For having Gold Realms back, I'm going to be starting to lack serious gold, and I need to get into them. So hopefully there is a good amount of Gold Realms coming, and you know, I'm talking like a month's worth. I'm talking a real large amount, so I can properly get into them, get some gold, because I've got loads to rank up, especially if we get that 5-star Mystic Awakening gem. Oh man, if I get another Cosmic 5-star Awakening gem, I will not be happy. I'll save the 5-star for last. Tier 4 Winged. Let's just start with a Gumph one. I think we'll start with a Gumph. I'm so excited for it as well, for Dr. Voodoo coming into the game. Not the game, the premium crystals. That's going to be amazing. So I was hoping some Mystics, but still, they'll all help. I'm waiting for Item Use to come back. My God, Item Use is going to be some high scoring action. If people are smart and save for Item Use, and we're going to see some like real high scores. The Winged Crystal. Oh, let's quickly get rid of the 3-star ones. All just like standard stuff. Always very helpful for item use. Help your alliance out. Don't spend them now. Wait for item use to come in, and then boom, you're hitting in, and you get some good stuff. Don't know why I said it like that. Right, let's get rid of these 4s. I'm quite optimistic for a better future with Kabam as a developer. But the problem is, and it's what I said in that positivity video, it doesn't matter what they change, whether or not for the positive or negative, people will still hate them. There's just no getting away from that. To hate the game's developer. In some ways, you can see their point, and it will just continue on. We'll have this very kind of odd mix. It's kind of odd. And I was speaking to Dave about this. If you think about it, we, everybody, nearly took down a multi-million-dollar company. That's pretty scary if you think about it. Right, here we go. Seaton got a 4-star Dormammu. Oh, I tell you what, one thing I do know, I've got to do arenas more. I've got to. When I get my internet, I've ordered something, a wireless access point, which is going to help me out. I'm going to be live streaming more. I've got to do more live streams than anything else. Come on. I haven't pulled a 4-star from a crystal in a long time, especially anything that would be classed as a featured. Oh dear. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. There are more. That means that we're going to get the 5-star Mystic Awakening gem, because it has to be. That's what's classed as being fair. And then this has to be a Mystic then as a result. So this opening here has to be a Mystic 4-star Awakening gem, in theory. Tech. Every time tech. I'm getting techs left, right and centre. I don't need techs. I need mystics. Oh, right. Here we go. This has got to be... This has got to be the 5-star Mystic Awakening gem. It's got to be. I've got to get that Dormammu awakened. I really have. Otherwise, I've got to wait till June when when I know that the character gets featured again, or close to there. I'm sure that it'll feature at some point. Right, 5-star Mystic Awakening gem. Oh no, I just saw it. Oh, yes, 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 yes! Yeah. Get in, get in. You can have that. You can have that on a slice of toast with a bit of jam. That's yes, yes. Someone must have heard me then. Yes. Oh, right. Well, I'm happy about that. I am happy about that. That's put me in a good frame of mind. After this video, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna have a glass of wine, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But oh, I am so happy about that. And yeah, to kind of clarify the point with the update, right? If something like this happens again, Kabam, if you're watching this as well, if something like this happens again, it can't happen again. It can't happen again because of the way that things happened before. And I think there's a lot of people are down to one more chance. So it's like if you start like hashtag one more chance, it just, I don't know. All I'm just like thinking about is we need to change our communication. Things need to get better, you know, whatever. And regardless, let's not talk about like this. There are offers with this kind of like time. There are offers here, like the 2-star daily and the 4-star crystal daily thing. Right, let's not talk about those offers. Right, let's talk about the facts of. I think what's fun about the game. Okay, that's what really our basis of going forward. We should kind of find out. Number 1, what's fun about the game. Number 2, what challenging game modes could be put in. And I'm actually going to write to Kabam in a nice polite way, but also a very kind of a structured way, I think, and just kind of talk about the way that things broke down. Talk about the reasons for and justify a case from it. Also, maybe kind of like say that we provide loyalty, and also we understand you're a business, but maybe put it in a well-structured way that is not overly rude, but is constructive yet polite. That's the British in me there, just being polite about the subject. I think that absolutely should be doing this. Yeah, maybe it should be just rude. But look where that got us. To a very kind of odd 7 days. But hopefully these are things to learn from. We go forward, positive, and we communicate well. That's really the kind of message that we want to convey. So thank you very much for watching this video. It's just been a quick video. I'd say quick, it's just been staggered out. I apologize. It's been a video on the 12.0.1. Jesus Christ. Honestly, how we ever got to this stage is unbelievable. I shouldn't have even got here. So thanks very much to everybody that supported through it. Thanks for everybody in the change of positive mental attitude around the subject. That is a very kind of difficult subject that people are very passionate about, and I know they're very angry and angry still, but that's going to be, you're never going to change. If you're always going to be angry at the developer, then find another game to be angry at, to be honest, if you're going to be always angry. And but you'll still stick with the game and be angry. So let's try and be positive, let's try and move forward, and if something like this happens again, kabam, communication please. Communication is always key. And get the other summoners involved. That'd be wonderful. Everyone involved. Good community. Let's get the spirit back again. I thank you. Goodbye for now.